The Real Mccoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real Mccoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made cake, Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Oh, boy, am I tired. I tell you, I dug so many post holes today, and that north field looks like a Swiss cheese.
Luke, have you happened to see that old black patent leather handbag of mine?
No, I ain't. Good night, sugar babe.
You sure you ain't seen it?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Oh, of course you haven't. The handle broke and the lock busted. I had to throw it away. Luke, I sure did love that handbag.
Look, sugar babe, if you're trying to hint at a present for our anniversary, I already ordered one. And it ain't no handbag.
Luke.
Hmm?
Do you still love me as much as you did when we was first married? Luke, don't me. That's no answer. You still love me as much as you did when we was first married. You ain't changed one teeny little bit? Sleep.
I love you.
You're talking in your sleep.
You're the only one. Margie.
Margie.
I love you, Margie.
Morning, Kate.
What's good about it?
Good morning, Grandpa. What's the matter?
Did you and Kate have a fight last night?
Fight?
Don't be homie. Did you have a fight?
Oh, of course not. Everything was lovey-dovey. Why are you asking?
Well, you just go in there and say good morning. You'll find out.
Good morning, sugar babe.
Sit down.
I wonder what could be wrong.
Why don't you take your life in your hands and ask her?
You ask her.
Okay.
Yes?
Is there something wrong?
Wrong? Well, what could be wrong, Grandpa? I've got a true blue husband that loves me and nobody else in the world. I'm just the happiest woman that ever was.
Boy, you're in trouble. I think I'll eat my breakfast on the porch out of range.
Kate, sugar babe, something's burning you. What is it?
What's the matter? You got a guilty conscience or something?
No, I ain't got no conscience of no kind.
I agree with you on that.
Well, now, look. If you're mad at me on account of coming home at 1 o'clock after the Grange meeting, well, I explained all that to you.
Did you?
Well, you knew that after the meeting broke up, it was my turn to stay after and clean the hall.
Must have been awful lonesome there all by yourself.
No, I was busy.
I imagine you were. Pretty busy.
Now, look, if you've got something to say, why don't you just say it?
The shoe is on the other foot, Mr. McCoy.
I give up. I give up! Hey, good morning to you, Luke. Good morning to you, Kate.
Your eggs are on the stove.
Everything
Everything in the house is burned up this morning.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Are you Mrs. McCoy?
That's right.
Well, I'm Mrs. Tate.
Well, how do you do?
A friend of mine, Mrs. Prescott, told me you do dressmaking.
Oh, yes, I do all Miss Prescott's work.
Well, if you're not too busy, I've got a dress that needs altering.
Well, fine. Won't you come in and sit down for a minute?
Thank you.
Grandpa, I'm all thunk out.
I tell you, I'm innocent. Look, can either one of you think of something I done that could get Kate mad at me?
Not me.
Me neither. I just hope you'll find out soon so I can have a decent breakfast again.
Well, I tell you, I just ain't gonna take no more of this. She can't whiplash me around like this.
Well, now, Luke, being happy married to a woman is one long battle. As long as you fight on even terms, it's all right. But once she gets the upper hand, woman's like crabgrass. She takes over complete.
You're right, Grandpa. And I'm gonna do something about it.
What you gonna do, boy?
I'm gonna plant me a new lawn.
There. Waist snug enough?
Feels fine.
Good. I'll just check the hem then.
Well, I better put my shoes on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Kate, you ain't gonna push me around no more. I just ain't gonna stand for it. Now tell me what I done so I can apologize and get it over with.
Luke.
Look, let's get it out in the open where we can tromp on it. Don't keep it inside you and brood about it.
Luke.
Now, look, what is the matter?
Luke, we're not alone. I'd like you to meet Mrs. Tate.
We didn't meet, but I saw you at the Grange meeting the other night.
Yep. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Tate. Well, I guess I better get back out in the field and find myself a hole to drop into.
I feel right at home.
I'm sorry, we're just having a little argument.
Well, it sounded just like me and my husband.
Well, it's nothing. It's just kind of terrible.
Look, Miss McCoy, Bill and I have had just about every argument there is in the book. We don't mind. We enjoy making up.
I think this should be just about right. Maybe a half an inch higher.
All right, half an inch.
Every kind of argument, you and your husband?
We may write a book.
Bet you never had one about him talking in his sleep.
Oh, so that's it.
That ever happened to you?
Several times. What was he talking about?
Well, he talked about how much he loved club meetings and staying out late and all.
Oh, those club meetings. When I want to find out what Bill's been doing and he starts talking in his sleep, I ask him questions.
And he answers you?
Mm-hmm. But you gotta wait till he's sound asleep.
And then he talks back, just like regular conversation?
Sure.
Sounds kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
You ask him questions after he's sound asleep, huh?
Mm-hmm. And if you think you've got something to argue about now, wait till you hear the answers you get.
I just bet you went in and yelled at her.
Oh, I yelled at her, Grandpa. Yes, that I did.
What you yelled at her for, to forgive me?
No. I was firm.
Firm. Firm.
Oh, hello, Luke, darling.
Well, hello, sugar babe.
Your dinner's all ready.
At 4 o'clock?
Well, Luke's worked hard, Grandpa. And when a man works hard, he should have his supper early and so he can get to bed and get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'll put it right on the table.
Did I yell at her or didn't I?
Boy, if I didn't know you so well, I'd swear you hit her.
Luke, who's Margie? Who's Margie, Luke? Tell me about Margie. Luke, Margie's here. This is Margie. Tell me what I mean to you, Luke. McCoy, I don't know what you're thinking, but you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mrs. Henry Walker. Her first name is Evelyn. Ed and Jean Watkins. Oh, hi, Grandpa.
Oh, hi, Kate. Don't let me bother you none. I just come to get a glass of water.
Oh, Grandpa.
Yeah?
Grandpa, wouldn't you rather have a nice hot cup of coffee?
No, I gotta get back to work, Kate.
And some hot apple pie?
Well, now, all this do work faster on hot apple pie. You sure it ain't no trouble now?
Oh, no trouble at all. It's always a pleasure doing things for you and Luke, because you appreciate him so much.
Well, you don't have to force yourself to appreciate hot apple pie.
You know, Grandpa, you sure raised Luke right, the way he appreciates things, I mean. I bet before he was married, he had a lot of friends who appreciated him.
Oh, scares him.
Girls especially, I bet.
Oh, yeah. There was more gingham on our front porch than there was the shelves of a dry goods store. Let's see now, there was Martha Wilson, there was Jessalyn Collins, and there was Mady and Malvern Crookshank.
And, little Margie, what's her name? Margie something or other.
Oh, no, Kate, there wasn't no Margie.
You sure no Margie?
Oh, I know, Kate. I never forget a name.
Must be somebody new then.
What's that?
I said it must be somebody I thought I knew. There's not a soul in here I don't know.
Hello there. Me again.
Oh, hello, Miss Tate. Your dress is all ready, just like I told you.
Oh, that's wonderful. I've got your money right here. Tell me, Mrs. McCoy, did it work last night? Did he answer you back in his sleep?
I stayed awake all night. He didn't say a word.
Always happens that way.
What?
The guiltier they are, the harder it is to get something out of them.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mrs. Tate, the more I think on it, the more I think I must have misunderstood. It was probably nothing. I decided just to forget the whole thing.
Good for you. I admire you if you can do it. I better be running along. Bye-bye.
Bye. I know she's in here someplace. Wait a minute. It's this skinny little girl with the freckles and pigtails. I'll bet that's me.
Hello there, Miss Tate.
Hello, Mr. McCoy.
You having some trouble?
I think it's the fuel pump. My husband told me we needed a new one. I guess I better call and see about getting it fixed.
Oh, it's after 8 o'clock. Benson's garage will be closed.
Oh.
Look, I'll be glad to drive you home. You can get the car fixed first thing in the morning.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Hey, oh, Sugar Babe, Miss Tate's got herself a little car trouble.
Well, so I heard. Luke, you best drive her home.
Yeah, I was just about to. It's a little breezy in Gertrude, but she'll get you home.
I'm sorry to put you out like this.
Oh, not at all. You drive careful now, Luke.
Yeah.
I only live 15 minutes away. He'll be right back.
Luke. Oh, Grandpa, it's you.
Oh, hi, Kate. I quit playing checkers early tonight. Oh, George, he just can't stand losing later than 10 o'clock. Where's Luke?
He ain't home.
Where'd he go?
Well, Mrs. Tate's car broke down, and he had to drive her home. But she only lives 15 minutes from here, and he's been gone over 2 hours already.
Well, what takes 15 minutes in any other car take 2 hours in our car.
But the least he could have done was phone. Grandpa, I'm worried sick about him.
Yeah, I'm worried sick about him, too. Well, I'm going to bed. Wake me up when he comes in so as I'll know he's all right.
Hello?
Is this Mrs. McCoy?
Oh, yes, it is.
This is Mr. Tate. My wife was supposed to be back from your house at 8:30, and she isn't home yet.
Well, Mr. Tate, her car wouldn't start, and my husband had to drive her home, and I'm sure our car must have broken down, too.
But it's 2 hours.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure Luke will be pulling up in front of your house any minute now.
If I've told her once, I've told her 1,000 times. Margie, get that fuel pump fixed.
Well, I'm sure she's sorry she didn't listen to you now. Don't worry.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Grandpa, that was Mrs. Tate's husband, and he's just as worried as Margie.
Mr. McCoy, it's after 10. How long is it going to take?
Well, I got most of the holes plugged.
2 hours to fix a tire?
I'm sorry I ain't got a spare.
Well, how can you drive around without a spare?
Well, it ain't that we wouldn't like to have one. It's just that they quit making these tires 22 years ago. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gaining on her. She's commencing to hold air. Just a few more squirts, and we'll be ready to go.
Almost midnight. That Jezebel! That Benedict Arnold!
Hey, Luke never seen that woman before the other day.
Oh, they were so clever. Hello, Mrs. McCoy. A friend of mine told me you was a good dressmaker. You know who that friend was, don't you? It was Luke McCoy. That woman. You know why she wanted to hem so high? So Luke could look at her knees.
All that trouble for a pair of bony knees, it just don't make sense.
Grandpa, you changed your tune if you saw how he was begging me to let him drive her home.
But, Kate, that was the only polite thing to do. You said a car busted down, didn't you?
The car didn't bust down. Luke went out there and fiddled with it so it wouldn't start. How dare he do a thing like this to me? 12 o'clock. It's my anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Kate.
My 5th and last anniversary.
Oh, now, you don't mean that. You know it.
Yes, I do, Grandpa. I'm leaving Luke.
But you wouldn't leave without giving him a chance to explain now, would you?
Well, even if I waited, I might never hear it. After 12 o'clock in the morning, who knows where him and his Margie's run off to?
Well, don't say them foolish things. Luke knows what's right. He wouldn't leave us right in the middle of the tomato season.
Grandpa, I'm leaving. There ain't no sense talking about it.
Kate. Now, Kate, I don't know what you heard or what you thought you heard or what you seen or what you thought you seen. All I know is that for the last 5 years, you had a husband that loved you constant, never looking at no other woman. Now, Kate, if them kind of men growed on trees, why, the orchards would just be filled with women trying to rake them out of the branches.
Grandpa, I wish Margie's had never been invented.
Margie, I'm always thinking of you, Margie. I'll tell the world I love you.
Grandpa, did you hear?
Yes, I heard it, but I can't believe it.
After all is said and
Imagine flaunting that woman's name right in my face. How shameless can he be?
Pitiful, just pitiful, that's what it is.
Oh, Margie, you are my inspiration. Days are never blue. After all is said and done, there is really only one. Oh, Margie, Margie, it's you.
Luke, how could you?
How could I what?
How could you come in here dancing and singing about another woman?
What other woman?
You know very well what other woman. All I've heard for a week is Margie, Margie, Margie. You didn't know you talked in your sleep, did you?
In my sleep?
Yeah, you should ought to sleep with your head under the pillow, boy.
But you don't understand.
I understand plenty. And if you wonder, well, she's all yours. Bony knees and all.
Now, just a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. But all I done was buy you a record of the song they was playing the first time we ever danced together. Don't you remember? I took you to the June social that first summer we met. And you had your hair in a couple of long braids. You was wearing a green polka dot dress. And they played our song. Don't you remember?
Oh, Luke,
You said you'd never forget it. Well, I never have.
Luke McCoy, I love you.
What'd you take the record off for?
You don't need it no more. From now on, you'll be able to make your own music.